You know, you know. You know, you know.
Ho! Yeah. You know how the story go. You done shot my style, you done stole my flow. You done seen me out, you can snow hello. And you wonder why, man, you know.
You know, you know. You know, you know. You know, you know. You know, you know. You know, you know. You know, you know.
Welcome everybody to the Luke Pipala Show. This is kind of huge. We were banned last week on YouTube. So right now, real quick, if you're watching and you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you are listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen, streaming wise, give it a 5-star rating. One of you assholes give me a 1-star rating, and like my rating's at like 4.3 right now. Also, if you're not on Twitter, definitely go on my Twitter, just Luke Pipala, basic. But the podcast is there too now in case we get banned again. So everybody, without further ado, BigHot, welcome back to the podcast, sir. How are you, man?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm glad to be back on YouTube, let me tell you.
Yeah, I'm happy that you asked me to be on.
Yeah, man, of course. I want could you tell us, like, what you've been doing over the past? Because last time you were on the podcast, it was actually the first video podcast, 2021, in my house. Like, could you just give everybody, like, a brief, kind of, like, sum up of what you've been up to lately?
So since then, I've been doing a lot, especially in the creator space. I've actually been creating a bunch of music since 2021, which is when the last time we met. I've had 2 concerts. Those have been awesome. I have my own podcast with my girlfriend. That's on our second channel, The Hot. And I also am just going full blown into my own content creation and really trying to push, myself and my music and stuff like that. So since then, I mean, things have been going well and things have been going in the right direction, and I know they are going in the right direction for you too. I see the new setup and it looks awesome. So
appreciate it, man. Well, yeah, like I said, it's been a minute since you last been on. You made a song with Drake. That's something I really wanted to talk about. Drake's my favorite artist. Always has been from a young age. And it was so cool. Could you, like, obviously it was an AI song. Could you just tell, like the process about that, like how it went down?
Yeah, so all the AI stuff was coming out, the AI songs, the AI music. So I said, I gotta hop on this wave, because as someone who's a creator, you want to make sure that you're on the newest trends. So for me, I found that I wanted to make an AI song. Who did I want on it? I don't know. I don't know who I want. I don't know what I want. So I decided, let me make it a Drake song. So I found a beat, rapped over the beat. I didn't want it to be... No problem. I didn't want it to be a full Drake song, but I wanted to be a Drake feature. Because as an artist who's also trying to grow their following, you can use that as clout, which obviously it had a good effect. But I decided to record my lyrics, and then from there I recorded the Drake verse myself. So that's my voice in M's and O's, the song that you heard, the M's and O's. That's my voice that I have a Drake filter over. So I had to go into a Discord server, enter the audio file, and then from there it gave me back a version that sounded like Drake.
Huh.
And then with that, I went to my music producer. I don't do any of my own production. Gave him all the files and said, all right, I have my song and then I have the Drake feature version.
Yeah.
Let's do this. So pretty much from there, we added it all together, and the rest is history. I released it. So
yeah. And so I had a question. So I saw that it wasn't like on any of like the streaming platforms besides like YouTube, and I wanted to know, like, is that like a copyright thing?
It is on the streaming. It is on the normal streaming platforms.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So it is on the normal streaming platforms. Now, I have had people come to me and say, oh, well, they might sue you for this. They might do this because there's no copyright behind it yet. There's no laws. There's no laws saying what you can and can't make based off AI.
Really?
Yeah, right now there's not.
But didn't they take down the Drake and Weeknd song, like the AI song?
Yeah, that's because it had a lot of popularity behind it.
I see.
So my producer warned me of this ahead of time and said, if this song blows up, they might force you to take it down, or they might take your royalties from it because you have another artist in there. That's okay though, because if you understand from the full perspective, if my song is already that big,
yeah,
my other songs will already be that big. So they can, the labels or producers, they can have that one. If they say you have to take this song down or we're going to take all the royalties from it, that's fine.
At that point, like, it would have been worthwhile already.
Right, because they did that to Juice WRLD with
Yeah.
Lucid Dreams. And look what, he was one of the biggest artists ever when they started suing him. But it didn't really matter because
No.
Juice WRLD had how many other songs at that point that he could have given up that song.
That whole first album was crazy. So that's interesting. You mentioned royalties. What's like a royalty looking like off that song, say?
So it's like per stream.
Okay.
You get paid per stream, and like I'll be real, like I haven't really made a ton of money off of that yet. You need like a lot of streams to make a good amount of money off of it. But like YouTube and Tidal and Apple Music pay better than Spotify. Spotify is one of the least amount per streams.
That's interesting.
But like a royalty would be like however many you get. So I think it's like 0.00004 cents per stream.
Yeah.
So it's like you need to get like 1 million streams to get like I think $2,000, which is pretty significant. I mean,
It's not bad.
if I got 1 million streams, I got 2,000, I'd be pretty happy. Just
Yeah,
to say that
exactly.
you're going somewhere.
You
But
could literally just put it all back into your whole thing.
That's also $2,000 right there for basically free. So,
right, for doing something that you like to do.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And so, like, because I know for me, I feel like the podcast streaming on Spotify, Apple Podcast, maybe it's like a fraction of a cent per like the ads. So if you have an ad on the podcast, whatever, they kind of like assign it to you. It used to be called Anchor, now it's called Spotify for podcasters, but they like assign like an ad, you do an ad read, whatever, you attach it like the middle, beginning, or the end of your podcast, and if like a listener hears it, you get a click. That's the fraction of the percent, and so it like obviously adds up over time. I mean, yeah, it's free money, so, but yeah, it's always been, I've never known how like that really worked. And
Right.
so kind of like compounding off of that, how does that like, I don't even know how to ask this. Like Russ is independent, right?
Okay.
Are you independent?
Yes.
Okay, so as an independent artist, like how does that compare to somebody with like a manager and a label? Because I never really got that. I ask questions to other artists, but like it was never properly explained to me, I feel like.
So on the manager standpoint, you could still be independent and have a manager. You just hire them yourself.
They're not mutually exclusive then?
Right. You don't have to have a label to have a manager. You can have a manager without a label. But like people in the music industry that have labels, the labels will dictate when they release their music, when the albums are, also take a lot of royalties and a lot of the percentages. Now you might be saying, why would anyone do that? A lot of it is because labels offer high upfront money. So for like a new artist, they say, okay, we're going to give you, they call it an advance. We'll give you an advance of $1 million. You have to release X amount of albums or X amount of songs within this time. And you're going to get this amount of percentage. It says in whatever contract they sign. You're going to get this amount of percentage per album or per song. And we're also going to connect you with all of the artists under our label. So a lot of people like that for, one, the inclusivity within a label. So you might be, if I signed to OVO is going to take a lot of percentage, but now I have access to Drake and Mahid Jordan, a couple Party Next Door, a whole bunch of those people. Or if you signed to like Cactus Jack, you have Travis, Sofago, you got Chuck West, people like that you have the access to, and you have like a network now. But you have to pay a lot. That's what they say. The musicians don't make a lot unless they're independent or have their own label. So like the top paying artists, Drake, Travis Scott, they all
Jay-Z has his
they
own,
have all their own labels and they make the most money.
No way. Don't forget about Lil Wayne's label.
Lil Wayne with Young Money.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that Birdman too?
Was that you talking about Wu-Tang?
No,
Like-
Young Money. He was talking about Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne.
Yeah. Like how he has his own label.
Yeah, so Lil Wayne makes a lot too, and
Yeah.
and like, but like people like that, like that was just
Yeah.
so people like that. Well, they'll make more money because now Lil Wayne is making money from his music and everyone under his label's music.
Yeah, that's crazy. Something you did also mention before we got into that was that you started a podcast with your girlfriend. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, so I have a second channel. It's called The Hot. We are making relationship podcasts. So it's a little different than what you do here. You know, you bring a lot of guests on and you talk about things that they're interested in, things that they bring to the table. For us, it's more of a relationship type thing.
Yeah.
So I'm big into the content realm. Sometimes we don't really have a lot to do. You know, as a couple living in Youngstown, Ohio, there's not much to do going out. So we decided, like, let's start this podcast. She had the idea. Her name's Jordan. She had the idea. We started the podcast. It's just in my office. So we just set up the camera. We set up a mic, and we just talk about relationship issues. So far we've done one on who should pay for what.
I actually saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we did one about who should pay for what in the dates, and then we also did one that releases tonight about pet peeves. So like what makes each other angry with each other, like what gets on each other's nerves. And we do it because a lot of couples like to watch that.
Yeah.
And kind of learn from other couples. And it's good for short form videos too.
I would imagine also too it would kind of be like therapeutic in a way, right?
It is. So it as well as like doing something, we also get the chance to like have no phones, nothing, and just talk to each other for an hour and a half,
That's
however long we
huge.
do it. So it's like a good thing to do when you don't have anything to do. It's like it could be another date night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows, man? What did you end up coming with? Like who should pay?
So when we talked about it, we thought it was more of like a 60-40 split.
Okay.
So like I pay about 60% of the time. She pays about 40% of the time. And I think I also pay for the expensive things.
Yeah.
So like when we go out to eat, it's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna pay for it, but you'll pay for the ice cream, or you'll pay when we go to the popcorn at the movies, but I'm gonna pay for the tickets.
Yeah.
So it's things like that, and I think that it's good to have a balance. It shouldn't all be focused on the guy or the girl, because then that gives the relationship is less of a dual relationship and more of one person carrying it. You know what I mean?
So one of my clients brought up what him and his girlfriend do is like every month they like show pay for dinner and like dinner in the hotel. They just get out of town. Like she'll pay for both. The next month he pays for both. Just to like go wherever. And like they can go to an expensive restaurant, not so expensive, but like have a nice hotel. Like they can go out of town but come back. They pay for everything that day. Then just like they switch up every month. I was talking to my girlfriend about it. I'm like, let's start doing this instead of like going out to dinner every week and all this. And I'm like, why don't we like go once a month to like just go out of town, get the fuck out of here, dude. Find other shit to do that's not here, and then instead of having the same food we're eating now, have it somewhere else.
Right. No, I agree with you.
I would say this way you split it basically 50-50. It's like not really 60-40, and then like if you want to throw your own money into it too, you're like, yeah, fuck it, I'll throw my money into it, but
Right.
it's easy.
No, I definitely like that idea. I mean, me and her travel a lot. We make travel vlogs too. That's another thing on our channel. We went to Florida. We went to Rolling Loud, and we do some travel vlogs. But I'd say mostly when we travel, we split it, because like those are huge expenses. That imagine if you take your girlfriend to Rolling Loud, you have to pay for her $800 ticket, or her $300 plane ticket. That would suck.
Yeah. See,
That's
like,
crazy.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not Drake yet, so like I can't be flying people. I can't fly people out just wherever I want.
no. Now, what do you think the best place that you and your girlfriend have traveled to?
So we recently went on a trip to Pensacola, Florida, and we met our friends. That was a really fun experience and a fun trip. We've also been to Los Angeles.
How was that?
LA was really fun. We got to do a lot of different things. We went to Rolling Loud in LA, and we also got to like stay near the Beverly Hills and got to experience a lot of that different stuff. She's never been to California,
Oh, wow.
so it was interesting to take her there and kind of experience that. Those are the only places we've been. So really, so far.
How's California now? Because the national spotlight. They like to talk about the homelessness, the unemployment, crime. I think it's like up to like $900 items you can steal and they won't like come after you. This supposedly. What was it like for you compared to like Ohio?
So obviously in California, the homeless is a lot more. There's a lot more homeless people in California, and I don't know if that's because of their political stances or why, or just the huge population. Because
Giant population.
we don't see a lot of homeless people, at least in Bartman. Maybe one or two that are walking around, but comparative to there, it's a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think that it's the best situation over there, especially because like taxes are out the roof.
It's crazy, but their economy is also just California's economy alone is one of the biggest in the world.
Right.
So I feel like there's trade-offs definitely. But yeah, like was there anything that you saw like that was like, oh shit, like it's not as bad as everybody's saying?
I would say like walking down Hollywood Boulevard and walking down the normal streets.
Yeah.
Like when you go down those places that you would think in LA, like if I walk down Hollywood or I walk down one of the normal roads, like if you just mind your own business, you're not going to have an issue.
Of course, yeah.
So I think some people take it to an extreme that haven't been there, that are like, oh, don't, you're gonna get robbed if you walk on the wrong side of the road, if you do this, if you look
Yeah.
at someone the wrong way. Like if you mind your own business and you're there to travel and you're there to kind of just experience everything, look at the stars on the walkway, look at the different theaters and stuff like that, like you'll be okay.
Definitely.
Like I think people kind of have a skewed perception of it because maybe the media portrays it a certain way.
I mean, of course, the media they like to run off of hype and they like to run off of outrage, and that's how they get their views. What did you think of Hollywood Boulevard the first time you were on it?
Hollywood Boulevard. Let me think. Hollywood Boulevard was definitely interesting.
Yeah,
I don't think it's as glamorous as they make it appear.
I was about to say the same thing.
It's not like some crazy special thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally just a walkway with stars on the ground and shops.
Especially when you learn that the people that have the stars had to pay like $50K for it.
Right,
They,
like
they had to pay for them fucking stars.
Yeah, I remember
That's something new for me.
we went to LA. We went to California in 2018, and we were like, oh, Hollywood Boulevard, the Chinese theater, like that's awesome. So we were excited. We went, and bro, it was surprisingly a little bit trashy. There were dudes walking around smoking weed outside, which it's legal, whatever.
Yeah.
This dude tried to sell me his CD. He was a rapper, and he was like, oh, blah blah blah, I'm the biggest out, whatever. You're here in my name. I don't know who the hell this guy is. Looked him up on Instagram after. He was following like maybe 10,000, but had 1,000 followers. The ratio was really off.
Okay.
And so he kept flashing like Mercedes-Benz keys, and my mom made me laugh. She's like, okay, where's the Benz? Like you say like you're this this person with all this success, like where's the Benz? Why are you out here trying to sell your CDs? Like show me the car. And he didn't have the car. And so he acted like, the way he was selling it was like he acted like he was giving it to me for free.
yeah,
I mean, as they do. Yeah, weird as fuck.
no, that has happened. That happened to me.
Yes.
Too. They give it. They're like, dude, listen to my CD. Come try it out. Like, here,
Oh.
take it. Like, you can have it.
Like, oh, that's $20.
Yep.
Which is like crazy because like a Drake album, I'll pay like 14 if I want to pay for it. So that doesn't make sense. But granted, this was like 2018 when you could still play like CDs and shit in most cars.
Yeah.
So that was crazy. So he kind of pulled it back, and he's like, you know what? Nah, just keep it. I was like, all right. My mom.
Did you keep it?
Yeah, I kept it. So I played it, and it was like a shittier version of Wiz Khalifa. I threw it away. I mean, I broke it in half. That dude's a poser.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I mean, you gotta give people that. I mean, even if you're faking it till you make it, a lot of people do that. But
No, but like he was trying to sell us through like intimidation.
Okay.
That was the issue.
Okay.
Yeah, I hate like salespeople. Like what are you doing? Just be real.
Right. Like sometimes you'll get that at a car dealership. I feel like that at a car dealership sometimes. They're like on my ass about it. They're like, you know what I mean? When you walk into a car dealership, like even if you're not necessarily looking to buy a car, maybe you're just like kind of browsing.
Yeah.
Or like your car's getting a little bit older, so you're like, let me see what's available. Let me go to a couple dealerships today. You go and then like they're like buy a car. Like this is why you should have it. Yours is not. You know.
Oh boy, I got a story. Obviously I own my own lawn care business. At the time, I co-owned it with a friend, and so him and I we went to a Jeep dealership. It was like a Jeep. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We went to a dealership, and we were looking for like a new to used car, relatively still new, or truck rather, for the business. And so we looked around, whatever. All of a sudden, this guy greets us. Literally, as soon as we open the door, this guy greets us. He had like a southern accent, but we live in Ohio, so like, how does that make sense? Hey, fellas, what you need? Whatever. And we're like, hey, we need a car or whatever. He's, call me Coach. I'll take care of you boys. We're like, all right, whatever. And so we followed him, and he asked like what we needed. We said, we wanted like a new to used truck or whatever. Not something with too many miles, but like, a truck for our lawn care business. He goes, all right. So we follow him, and we're looking at these cars, whatever, these trucks, whatever. And we're like, it's a little bit too pricey. And so we keep going to the back. And then we see these trucks that are like not as nice as we want them to be, right? But price was looking good, from what he was saying anyway.
Yeah.
Because these ones didn't have prices, which was a little bit weird. And then he went to like kind of, I don't know, open it, and it opened. We were like, what? Like we're like, none of these other ones are like unlocked. What the hell's going on? And so he goes in, there's like all these CDs in this one truck. And then, okay, we're like, that's weird. He closed it. He's like, oh, so this one, we're like, oh, next. Another one opens it, it's unlocked. We're like, what the fuck? And this one had like coins in the cup holders. And then so he goes, because we're like, okay, we're interested in that one, for the price that you think it is. We go in, he talks to the mechanic. Mechanic goes, what are you talking about? So mechanic comes back out with him. He's like, idiot, you're selling employee cars. Like, these are employee cars that you're looking at with these dudes. And we were like, oh, hell no. We left. We were like, nah, we're cool.
They tried to sell you an employee car.
This dude tried to sell me an employee car.
That's
bruh.
crazy.
Yeah, it was insane. But no, so many like sleazy salespeople, for lack of a better term, they're like that. It's great. So, different subject. Rolling Loud. What was that like?
Rolling Loud was definitely interesting. It was crazy, but I've been to a lot of different festivals. Maybe this is because of what happened at Astroworld. Maybe it's not. But like Rolling Loud, they always kept shutting people's sets down. So like, Playboy Cardi came out for like 20 minutes. First he was late, so that sucked. But first he was late, and then he comes out for 20 minutes, and then they cut all the music, right? And then the Rolling Loud the owner of Rolling Loud, the young kid, comes out and says like, hey, you guys gotta calm down, step back, or else
it's Rolling Loud,
right? Or else Cardi's not coming back out here. So then they did that again, and then he came back out, and then they shut it down again, and then they just shut it off. And they did that with Cardi and Travis. Now I don't know if it's because they get the most rowdy or what, because they didn't do it with Future, they didn't do it with anyone else. I mean, Rolling Loud, if you want to go see your artists, Rolling Loud is probably the place to go, because you get to see all your artists in one spot for one price. I just don't think you could really beat that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I got to see Travis Scott, Future, Lil Baby, Trippie Redd, Don Toliver, all like the good people for like one price. That's the good thing about a festival. And
so first off, like, what was your favorite performance?
Favorite performance during Rolling Loud? I really liked Lil Yachty. Now, I'm not even a huge Lil Yachty fan.
Yeah.
But his light show was really good. Being a performer and DJ in the entertainment industry, I have an appreciation for some of those things people might not look at as much, but like, he had choreographed dances, and he also had like a band at one point. He brought a band out to play at one point. That was really cool. So yeah, I thought Lil Yachty was really good. So
That's cool.
Yeah.
How long were you there for?
In California at Rolling Loud.
Rolling Loud.
It was a 3-day festival, so it was in March. It was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I was probably each day I was probably there for about, I want to say it, probably like 6 to 8 hours depending on the day.
Wow.
Yeah, so we were there.
It's like in that time, are you just standing the whole entire time or like taking breaks?
You don't sit.
Yeah.
You can take a break from watching people because they have other things to do.
Yeah.
But you don't really, there's nowhere to really sit.
Okay.
So you could like walk around. They had like a Google station, a station at Google where like you could try out all their phones. Here's an interesting one. They had the Liquid Death, the water company.
Mm-hmm.
They had a booth there that you can get free water, free Liquid Death if you signed away your soul to Liquid Death. How about that?
What?
Yeah, and the people told us, they said, yes, you by signing this waiver, you're signing your soul to Liquid Death, but we'll give you a free water. So, I didn't do it, but I didn't. Neither did my girlfriend. But that is just, I thought it was something that was really interesting because I've never heard of anything like that. And they actually said that people have tried to sue them back for their soul, but they have lost all of the lawsuits because the waiver is that comprehensive.
What the?
Isn't that crazy?
I don't know if I'm signing a fucking waiver that says that.
Right.
Look, if it's like free water for life, but like low key, like I could just go to the faucet and get water, but
At the same show that Playboy Cardi is performing at, who's like
Travis Scott,
Travis Scott,
after
maybe.
Astroworld.
Did you say Uzi was there too?
Yeah.
Trippy Red, Uzi.
Yeah.
Bro, that's a whole nother thing. We're not gonna get into the conspiracy too much. Bro, I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, look at, I'm sure if you looked it up, it would tell you that
Yeah.
the Liquid
Yeah,
Death,
the laptop.
the Liquid Death thing, yeah, that they sign away the soul at the festivals.
This will be a clip.
Yeah, I figured it would. That's why I had to mention it.
Shit.
So what was Astroworld like?
Astroworld. So that was 2021 Astroworld. Astroworld was crazy. It's like by no short means is it not. It was crazy. So like exactly what you heard on the news, they might have portrayed it a little different. Astroworld wasn't as bad as they said it was, but it was the best festival I've ever been to, ever. And I've been to a couple.
So why do you think you were just dropping like flies? Like they just started dropping and shit there.
So it was hot. It was super hot. Have you ever been in like a mosh pit like that?
No, I've never really been to a concert. Besides like some country concerts, and I've been to MGK and PBG Paints Arena. That's
Okay.
about it. Like so, nothing like whether it's like a mosh pit.
So for Astro World, you were like back to back, shoulder to shoulder, and like you were like stuck, like the most compressed feeling ever, like really, really tight. And if you fell, you were probably gonna get stomped on because you were that close, right? So that's how people died. Probably because for one, they were overheated and they got way too hot, way too fast.
Dehydrated too.
Yeah. So then they passed out. So this is what happened. This probably happened. They passed out. They fell down and never got back up because they just got stepped on. Because you're that close, and a lot of it could have probably not even been intentional. Like you weren't stepping on people on purpose, but it's like that compressed that you are just stepping wherever your feet land.
And like no, that probably you're like so focused up here, you're not paying attention down.
Right. You could think because people throw shit all the time. They throw like their beer or they throw their drinks or shirts. So you might be thinking you're stepping on like a beer can or something that you don't even know.
All right, so this is from the Liquid Death website, actually. And so it's called the Liquid Death Country Club. And it's a sell your soul to join, contract binding for all eternity. And it says right here, you get one free country club exclusive tee when you spend $50 at liquiddeath.com. This is what selling your soul to join the club gets you. You get free access or exclusive access to country or to club. I can't talk. Club only merchandise, early access to limited edition merchandise before we announce to the public, invites to private shows and events, and all kinds of other cool shit we can't tell you about yet. So you got to put your full name, your email, you can pay cash, and then you can hit Sell My Soul. So it says, by selecting Sell My Soul, I agree to receive important info and offers from Liquid Death, since they will own my soul for eternity.
How about that?
So there's a video too. Let's see what that says. Okay, so this is Joe Manganiello. If you guys have ever seen Spider-Man, the first one, he's the bully. That's the guy that plays Flash Thompson. He also played Deathstroke in the DCEU. He's reading the contract. He's going to sell his soul to Liquid Death. Oh, he's pricking his finger.
Oh, wow.
Oh, dear God. So his blood is in this little capsule for everybody.
He's going to sign it.
Oh, my gosh. So Joe Manganiello
Signed in blood.
signed in blood his soul away to Liquid Death. What? And then he's drinking the Liquid Death.
Something ain't right here, though.
It's official. It's official. Joe Manganiello has legally sold his soul to join the Liquid Death Country Club.
Right, that's so odd.
You can too by selling your own soul at liquiddeath.com.
Luke, why don't you sell your soul real quick?
You join the club?
No.
Why don't you join real quick? You're right on the website. You get free merch.
Bro, people did that shit at Astroworld.
Well, that
Right.
was at Rolling Loud.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, Rolling Loud. They did that
much
shit at
at one
Rolling
time.
Loud.
Yeah, for a free water. That's what they got out of it.
You know what that reminds me of? When colleges will do like, oh, you know, you get a free piece of pizza if you sign up for this credit card type shit like that. But it's gonna fuck you.
College? What college offered you pizza for a credit card?
It wasn't me. We had a history teacher back in high school who was telling us about the story. He went to a college called Bethany. It was a D3 college. He went there for basketball, and he didn't do it, but he said some of his friends did. There was a local pizza shop on campus, and free pizza. Just sign up for this credit card, and they did it. He said they were all idiots, but no, that's a real thing. But that's completely different right there. So there's two prongs to this approach here, two possibilities rather. The first one being it's a promotional thing. Liquid Death, the brand, sell your soul away to Liquid Death, like a promotional thing. I remember we were in New York City one summer, and they were just giving out free what energy drink was it? Free Monster. It was awesome. It was the Purple Monster. They like promotion. So it could be something like that. Brand awareness, you know, that's huge. Or it could be the other thing. If it's the other thing, that is insane.
Yeah.
Because like more and more, and I hope I don't get banned for this. I shouldn't get banned, but more and more, like they're hiding that satanic shit in plain sight. Meaning like they're joking about it. Like, oh no, you sign your soul, you know, whatever. Or Hollywood elites saying, "What? I don't want to get banned."
You're gonna get banned again.
I can't, because if I get my second strike, it's not going to be fun.
Right.
But like, how do I even say it? Like, you see,
you just don't know what it's going to be for.
well, no,
You don't know what you're going to sign yourself into.
yeah, I'm not going to get banned. I know what I'm doing. But like, you see, like on TikTok, they have those videos. Like, there's like the viral Ellen DeGeneres, like that whole whatever painting it was, and you've seen it. The like
On Ellen
painting,
DeGeneres?
yeah,
Okay.
the painting. There's like a video of her, you know, just talking, whatever, and she put it on Instagram. In the background, it's like this big satanic portrait in her living room, which is crazy. You could also point to the fact that Kevin Hart, he was talking to Kelly Clarkson in an interview. He has like that show on Peacock, and she's telling him about how like, she never had to do anything she wasn't comfortable with, like for fame, or like nobody ever pressured her into doing anything, and he just kind of put his like finger over his lips and was like, they're all watching. Yeah,
Okay,
the whole idea of like selling your soul. Uzi, and I think one of the on his new album, he said like, I'm not Satan. I could look it up. He said like something to the degree of like, I'm not satanic, but like they keep calling me, so like let's do it, or something like that. Hold on.
The new Uzi album?
Yeah.
What did you think about Travis's new album?
I'll tell you that in a second.
I really just listened to it today. I'm not really paying attention to music much, so it's like,
No.
when everyone like talks about it, I'm like, oh, what the fuck just dropped? Like, Travis dropped the album. So today I just threw it on my car. It sounded pretty cool, so.
It's been 5 years though. That's why everyone's making a big deal out of it.
I'm gonna have to listen to this a little bit more, but I don't know. I did fuck with who dropped one not
Post
long
Malone.
ago. No, I didn't even know he dropped that fucking album. God damn it, the dude that sings Bread and Butter.
To go back to that real quick,
Butter.
he said right here, this was in March 2023. The lyric is, I make a city girl believe in Satan. Like, stuff like that. I don't know, like subtle stuff. I don't know. I feel like they're hiding it in plain sight, and we should kind of like watch what we're taking in, because on the surface it might be one thing, but you never really know what it means. Anyway, I like Utopia.
You do?
Yes, generally did. I haven't listened to the full thing. I probably listened 75% in. You know, just working, cutting grass, whatever. I put it in, and yeah, I just like the flow. I was kind of expecting something a little bit like Astroworld, because in my opinion, Astroworld is either his best or his second best. It's that and Rodeo 1 and 2. Birds in the Trap, sing McManamy, it's okay. You know, but this Utopia, obviously music, gets better or worse after the first listen. It grows with time, so you really can't make an active judgment. Obviously, like a week or less than a week from the release. But I'll tell you right now, I like it. I like the one with Drake, Meltdown. Meltdown's fantastic. No way. Give me a second.
Whoa.
It's Uzi.
Dude, that
Was that one phone call ring?
was just one ring, right?
Yeah, that was one ring.
It's Uzi.
You want to grab the phone real quick?
Yeah.
So you're the closest one. I can grab that one right there.
The white one?
Yeah. What the fuck?
It's his new message.
Let me check this out real quick.
We're gonna roll, fellas.
All right.
We're gonna roll here.
So I guess I'll tell you what I thought about Utopia while we're waiting here.
To get my hair cut. You guys know this morning. My name is Drew. My number is 23.
Alright, nah, neither one of the people. So
For everybody that we obviously do record at a barbershop, and so somebody sent a message, I guess.
bro, but like that wasn't like right now though. I just think that was like a couple days ago. But
I don't know.
It's a little weird.
it's weird that we just got a missed call. I don't even know how to fucking work this really. It's 9:27 at night.
Yeah,
So
it's late.
I don't know.
So who's calling this fucking late at night? I
That's
don't
what
know.
I don't know.
Yeah, thinking that they're gonna get a haircut.
Shout out to Look Good Feel Good, by the way. Thank you, Drew, once again for letting us record. I can put that back for you.
No, it's cool right there. Just in case they call back.
I got you.
You never know. Maybe we'll answer it this time and we'll get a call on here.
Wouldn't that be something, man?
It'd be interesting.
But no, going back to that. Oh shit. Going back to that, I really like Meltdown. Obviously, like I said before the phone call, I'm a huge Drake fan. I like that little, I wouldn't call it like an interlude, but like at the end of the previous song, I think it was track number 6.
Oh, Sirens. I know.
Yeah. It's like, I thought this was supposed to be Utopia. He's like, this is Utopia. She's like, this is your bedroom. He's like, oh, that's good to me.
That's such a Drake thing to say. I heard the album and I was like, you know what? That is such a Drake thing to say. It looks like Utopia to me. No, he said. No, I think she said Utopia is supposed to be some perfect place, and he said it looks perfect to me.
Something like that.
But no, here's my opinion on the album. I'm a big Travis fan. I always was. He's probably my number one. I don't think the album is what I wanted it to be. I don't really know what I wanted, but for one, I don't think it's as good as Astroworld.
I don't think so, at least not yet. from what I've
we
been
don't
listening to.
obviously, yeah, like over the time we're gonna have to find out. But Astroworld was just so good. It was so big.
So many vibes.
You talk about a culture created around an album. There was a music festival.
Yeah.
There was rides. There were things created around one album. I thought that was just from that standpoint alone. It just was so big.
Zero skips on Astro
I know,
World.
that album was great. I mean, Utopia is good, but it's like middle of the pack, I think.
I even, like I said before, like I haven't even finished the album. I don't think it's awful, like a lot of people
No.
on Twitter are saying.
Here's another thing. It took him. The issue I'm having with it is the album took 5 years to make.
Yeah.
Or he didn't release any music for 5 years.
Well, he had, it was a, what was it, like it wasn't an EP, was it? He had those 2 songs that he released together. Might have been in like 2021.
It was Mafia and
Yeah.
Escape Plan.
Yeah, he had those. But like, it's crazy because like this was supposed to be such a big album, and I think it is. I think it's projected to like sell like 500K the first week.
I saw 400 today. So
Okay, so 400.
That's a lot though.
Yeah, for there was no promotion.
No.
I feel like there was like zero roll. Like for Certified Lover Boy, they had like weeks. Donda, same thing. Weeks. Even for Her Loss, just naming like random like big name rappers like Travis. Even for Her Loss, they still had like a fake rollout, a couple weeks. But like really, he was like, oh yeah, it's coming out this week, whatever.
Right.
And then, yeah, that's it.
That's it. I know. I don't know if he did not enough planning at the end, but like in my opinion, after hearing the album, it shouldn't have taken 5 years to produce.
No, that it doesn't.
I think the album would be great if he released it a year after Astroworld. Like I feel like the album feels like it was made within a year. If you listen to it, it feels like they're talking about new things like in today's time. So it sounds like this was made like this past year. Like he just didn't do anything for 4 years.
I did see that he produced a lot of the songs. I forget the exact amount. What was it, like in the teens, like 14, 15 songs that he produced on his own?
He did his own, yeah. He did a lot of production.
I will say though, there was a lot of like inspiration from Kanye that you could hear.
Yeah, I've heard about that. I heard a lot of people talk about how his fingerprints are all over it. But really, was it Kanye's fingerprints over Utopia, or was it just Travis all along that we were hearing within Kanye? Because Travis produced Yeezus,
That's true, he did.
which sounds similar to Utopia. So is it just a Travis sound that we heard first in Kanye's album?
I mean, you don't know.
You know what I mean?
All I'm saying is I'm listening to it and I'm like, is that Black Skinhead? No. That's crazy. Like, not obviously not like beat for beat or whatever, but like very similar. And just what else was there? I can't name any more offhand, but Black Skinhead, definitely a song that I was like, holy shit, like this is awfully similar, but not in a bad way. Thoroughly enjoyable.
There was supposed to be a Kanye West feature on it. Did you know that? On Telekinesis, I think it is.
I'm not sure the exact one, but I remember hearing about it.
The one with Future and SZA had Kanye on it. He was in it, and there is a verse. You can actually look it up. It's probably on YouTube right now.
Probably.
So if anyone out there wants to look it up,
Go look it up.
There's a Kanye West version for Telekinesis, and it fits the vibe of the song. And I think it would have made the album a little better to incorporate him in there, but I get why maybe he didn't want to. But I mean, hey, it's your friend at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, I hear he's making new music.
Who, Kanye West?
Yeah.
I haven't heard from him in a while.
Nobody has. There is a conspiracy theory, that they replaced him with a clone.
They say that about a lot of people, though.
They said that about Putin.
Didn't he say that because he like said something about the Jewish people? They didn't say that's why he's like how's my clone or some shit. It'll probably get banned, huh?
No. He said something about a particular group. But yeah, he wasn't right, obviously. He just said something about a particular group, and then he said something about Hitler, and yeah,
Kanye's fucked.
He got himself in trouble.
Yeah, when does he not? But like,
Do you think he does this just to stay relevant now?
No, because Donna. No, I don't think so. I don't think because Donna. No, you're good. Because Donna, that was good.
You
And,
like that album?
I'm certainly going back. Listen,
I disagree.
I don't play it front to. I don't play it front to back, but there's a lot of songs on there that are like still in my playlist.
I just didn't really
Like,
fucking like it.
One, I mean, to each their own.
Yeah.
You probably really like Certified Lover Boy then, huh?
That album is
love
good.
That was
I
a
hate
good
it.
album,
I think it had like one or two good songs.
dude.
Let me tell you, I was not a Drake fan for a long time. I was really not a Drake fan. I didn't love Drake at all. I thought that he was overrated, overhyped. Over the past year and a half, Drake, the new Drake has grown on me. I really am liking the new Drake because I'll tell you why. I have just over this past year been able to see the versatility of one artist. And for one, Drake doesn't fuck around. He releases music every year, all the time. He's very oh god.
Sometimes twice in a year.
Right. He's very open on social media. He'll post a lot. He won't like hide shit. He'll go on podcasts, do interviews. What really made me say like, you know, he's that guy is, and I know a lot of people didn't like this album, but that Honestly Nevermind album,
Yeah.
being a DJ, that album is full of songs that are meant to be mixed. So if you listen to it, it's a lot of beats. It's a lot of just sounds like dun dun
Yeah.
dun dun dun.
The
dun.
dance hall vibe.
Yes, like a dance, like more of an EDM vibe.
Yeah.
But I think he made that for the purpose of to be mixed with other songs. So like when I listen to like Honestly Nevermind, I'm like I can mix any of these Drake songs with each other, with any other song, just because of the beat. And that to me just showed me how much versatility Drake can bring to the table.
Yeah.
I mean, and since then I've been a Drake fan.
And like, here's the thing too. People are like, oh, this album sucks. You know, why is he doing it? It's still debuted at #1.
Right. But music's very interesting because it's everyone's own opinion.
Exactly. I personally, going back to Certified Lover Boy, like I was disappointed.
You didn't like it?
Well, because at first we were waiting 3 years. I mean, he gave us Care Package right after Scorpion. That was 2019. He gave us that, but it was just like all recycled singles that he never like truly released.
Yeah.
Also went #1, and then Dark Lane demo tapes as well. That debuted at #2, which is good, you know, but that was like a pandemic thing. Same thing. Songs that were like kind of leaked. He didn't officially release. And then the true like album comes out, and it didn't sound anything the way I thought it was gonna sound. I remember first couple songs I was fucking with, and then like number 5 I was like, oh, I didn't really like Knife Talk. And then it kind of just went down.
Really?
Well, this is the first listen, bro. Not even like acknowledging any of the lyrics. And then I'm like, this is, you know, that's my guy. You know, this is who I like idolized as a child. And all his music pretty much seems to really like age like fine wine. So, you know, you keep listening to it, whatever, and like just really taking in the lyrics and stuff like that. Bro, that is my fall album. Like, because it came out I believe it came out in late October 2021. Every time I hear it, I think about cutting the grass in the fall, going to football games, pumpkin spice. Like, music is different. Like you said, music is different for different people. Like why they like it.
Yeah.
But just something about fall and Certified Lover Boy with like the vibes and the beats and the lyrics, it does it for me.
And oh, you got something?
Yeah, my bad. I didn't
No, you're good. Go.
So like how you said, fuck, I forget what I was gonna say, but like I listen, like how you listen to it more than once. That's what I was gonna say. To me, if I can't vibe with it that fucking first time, I can't really listen to it again. I fucked with a couple songs. I'm not saying Drake's a bad rapper. Drake's up there in some of my favorite rappers. I listen to some of his songs, more older shit. But like, when I heard that album, I'm just like, this ain't it. Like, it ain't
Really?
my vibe for me, at least. Like,
It's to each their own.
Right.
yeah.
That's another thing. Like,
but maybe I gotta give it another listen, like you guys are saying.
I mean,
but
listen, it debuted at #1. I think it sold like 600K first week. I'm not sure, maybe a little bit less.
are you going to the concert?
No, I don't want to see
Why?
Drake. I don't want to see Drake live in concert.
Why? I'm gonna go.
Because he does that little thing where like he uses like a different dialect than he does in the songs. If you've seen like the performances on social media,
I got to see Drake come out at Astroworld. That's
Really?
about it.
but
that was
the
like-
infamous performance.
Well, that was like for 15 minutes only. But yeah, I mean, yeah, that infamous performance that was incredible. But like, it was hard to pay attention when you're like also like kind of getting squished.
Where's this concert at?
It's in Columbus in October.
He's had a bunch. I think that's the only one in Ohio, though. I'm pretty sure.
In Columbus, it was supposed to be like a couple weeks ago, but he pushed it to October 9th, I think. I mean, I would like to go because, like I said, I've started to like Drake.
Yeah.
Her Loss was really. I thought that was a really good album.
That's
honestly.
the reason I'm with my girlfriend today.
Yeah.
Is her loss.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, yeah, that's what we talked about earlier.
good. Yeah.
She who shall not be named, but no, her loss, excellent. Also debuted at number 1.
Yeah.
I thought it was exactly what it needed to be. It was an album that demeaned women, but like it wasn't really. It also was kind of formal. I don't know.
I just thought it was. I'm less of a lyrics guy and less of a storyteller guy, and more of like a rage type of.
Well, you're
music.
a DJ,
right? So like I'm listening for songs that can sound good to be played at an event where it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
So like when you said about Knife Talk, when I play Knife Talk at a school dance, those kids are jumping like there's like a mosh pit at a school dance. Or like when I play like Rich Flex was a good one, because that's one that when I first heard, I didn't think it was gonna pop off like it did. But then because I was like, this is not even really that hype of a song, but it's that he knows how to make himself. Drake knows how to do things to get people's attention. Like he did 21. Can
Yeah.
you do some for me?
Yeah.
Like did he think that people weren't gonna say something about that? He probably knew.
But here's the thing, like you said, to his credit, like he knows he's on social media all the time. He'll do things, and I'm not necessarily agreeing with what I'm about to say. He painted his nails for like a reaction, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know, to draw up hype for this next album that should be coming out.
The Dogs one?
For All the Dogs is it coming? He hasn't released an official date, but like all the subtle promotion for the album, and like just his social media presence, he's so aware of himself, where he is. He's publicly stated like he can't be like J. Cole or Kendrick Lamar. He can't just make music and then like disappear. He's too like invested in like the rap life. That's just not him at this point.
No.
He's very, just like I said, self-aware. Like he knows where he is in this spot in his life. I think he has the crown right now. He's had it for a decade and a half.
Well, who would be
almost.
better? Who do you think would ever be? Who's better than? Like you mean ever, or like who do you think's better
I'm just saying right now.
right now?
2023. Like the best rapper, whoever sells the most, whatever like that combination is. I don't know if that's the best. I don't know what the definition is, but he's that guy.
He's LeBron.
Yeah, yes.
Right now. So
He
if
is
you
LeBron.
so like Michael Jordan and LeBron, there's always an argument to make,
Of course.
and you can probably make the same argument for
Jay-Z.
I was gonna say Drake and Jay-Z.
Yeah.
You know, one who kind of like paved the way for what it is, for what the rap is today, and put up numbers, or one that puts up significant amount of numbers, and is
Yeah.
like doing it today.
I mean, like, fuck. I think Drake only has 2 albums that debuted at number 2. The rest debuted at number 1.
It's a Drake effect.
Yes, the Drake. He also has the Drake stimulus package. Like, how many up and coming artists were featured on a song or that he put on in some way that took him on tour? Kendrick, A$AP Rocky, The Weeknd, Party Next Door. We could go on and on.
Young Blue.
Yeah, people like McComan. Who
Yeah.
the hell is McComan? And then they released a Tuesday remix. Migos, you could even say a little bit. You know, they were already sort of popping off, but the Versace remix just elevated them completely.
I'd like to say Fetty Wap too.
Fetty Wap, yeah, but it didn't go on the album. Did you see what he said about that?
No, what do you say about that?
Because he didn't, like, somehow they didn't include Monty on the song. So but like it's online.
Yeah.
It's a fire verse. It's a great verse.
It's a good song.
You can call me James because I'm going hard in this bitch. Like what?
I know that's a good song.
Insane. Who else did he bring? Who? I forget the other one of these other. Majid Jordan, or is that how you say it?
I think so.
Majid?
Yeah, Majid. I don't know.
Majid?
I don't know exactly how.
Well,
Majid.
them. Like,
Yeah.
there's so many people. The Drake stimulus package is still a real thing, man.
And kind of going back to what we originally talked about, that was my envisionment when I released an AI song with Drake.
Yeah.
Because you know how big he can be. You know what I mean? If you put Drake on anything, I mean it's up. That's why trying to test the waters with that was what I was going for. And I think if I push it and if I made another one with it, it'd start to catch some traction.
Bro, you could do a collab album.
Anybody can do. You can make an album yourself, right, and call it a collab album
Yeah.
with anyone now. With
Yeah.
anyone.
It is insane. What's the like? How good has that the AI song with Drake performed so far? At least, if you want, you don't have to say.
No, it's done well. It's done better than some of my other ones.
Yeah.
I think my most popular song still is "Wrong Place," but MCNO's has done good. I'd say put it at probably 3 out of
Wow.
like at spot number 3 out of my discography.
And like, that hasn't been out for that long.
No, it's been out. Yeah, it hasn't been out too long. Only a couple months, but I have a lot of new stuff on the way in the music sector. But like I said, I have a lot of hands on a lot of different things. So it's just really where you want to devote your time.
Yeah.
So the music is one thing I really want to do. I'd like being on stage. Obviously, we did our concert.
Yeah.
You did stand up there. I know.
Of course, I have a story, forever now.
Yeah,
I've
so
told
you-
multiple times.
Right,
Yeah.
that was your first time doing stand up. That
Yeah.
was my first time performing at a concert. So
Yeah.
it was a good day. It was a good time.
Thank you again for the opportunity.
Oh yeah, no problem. And we always want to support our local artists. I'm all about supporting each other. People who do things for me, I do things for them. We make sure we have each other all covered in that way. But there's things that I have planned, and the people that support me now, you other content creators around here, you guys all here. These are things that I'm not going to forget if something were to get to another level.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're
And
saying.
I would like to bring the people around me with me to that next level.
Yeah.
Because I see how hard people are working on their stuff, and I know how hard it is. I know how hard this is to do. Like to get people coordinated to come on a podcast,
Yeah.
to get people to show up, to talk about things, and then even that's only part of it because now you have to edit everything.
Yeah.
You have to buy all the equipment. I know these microphones, recorders, and stuff like that. Stuff's not cheap, so you have to figure out a way to do it.
I had to suck dick for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of time too.
I mean, his dick was pretty massive.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it did take a lot of time.
That took a lot of time to figure it out.
Yeah.
But even on the back end, it takes a lot of time. So like people need to like really appreciate what you're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. And the same goes for you, bro. There's I mean, you never know how like somebody react to like a verse in a song, whatever.
Right.
You're kind of just to put it in like terms of playing a game, you're kind of playing against yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that. I mean, you're doing a very good job.
Right. It's like a business, even like barbering. Like you guys have to like keep practicing and trying and doing trial and error. Something might work better. Something might work faster.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm sure you guys, you know how that goes.
Dude, every day. I'm trying something different every fucking day. I'm like, how can I get my way? Like, how can I cut faster this day? Like,
Right.
How can I take like 5 minutes off today? But I'm like, nope, this just added me 5 fucking more minutes because I just had to fucking fix what I just did. Or
Right.
just something like that.
But eventually, if as you keep trying some different things, something will work. And
Oh,
then, like
yeah.
for in your industry, like for the hair industry, the faster you get a cut done, the more clients you can take, and then the more money you'll make. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'll make a lot more.
Like a lot of people think like for barbering, like more haircuts you get done, more money you make.
Yeah.
But also though, if you think about it this way, say I take 45 minutes to an hour on it. Say I get real popular, get big. Haircuts become 10 out of 10, like one of the best in the area. And I'd start charging $60, $70, like the one. There's a barber right down the road. He does that. He's up there. He's probably the best barber in the area. And, like I can say that. But he charges 60, 70, but he's also been cutting since he was like 13 years old. And he's crazy good, crazy talented, big in social media and all that. And I'm like, well, maybe if I can get my haircuts perfect and all that, I can get to that. And dude, there's people paying $100 a haircut. Like, there's people paying him like, hey, can I slide in for $100 real quick? And he'll squeeze them in for like in a 15-minute slot, $100. Like,
wow.
He can cut fast too, but.
And then you have people like Dean.
Dean
Also used to cut right down the street as well. Used to cut my hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dean started off. Went to like the barber school I went to, but in Akron.
Okay.
So like it was a couple years before me. Opened his own barbershop at 21.
His name was Dean Lowry.
Yeah.
Does he have long hair?
Yeah, Dean the barber. He used to have long hair.
I know who that is.
Yeah, so he came from Ohio. Now he cuts hair in LA for
think
all these influencers.
I want to say he cuts for like 150 to 170.
Bro might have like 100K on Instagram. But yeah, like, is it just a credit? Like, it doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're
152.
sorry, Dean's got 152.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, like, and so it just goes to show, like, it doesn't really matter, like, what you think you're perceived, like, up against. Like, it doesn't matter where you're from either. Because, like, Youngstown, Ohio, you know, it's regular. I mean, it's not a big town, but it's not completely small either. But there's not a lot of opportunity here for, like, content creation and shit like that. So he did it. Anything's possible there.
It's yeah.
I was going back to like the prices real quick. How we charge here, 30 for 35.
Yeah.
He's charging for a haircut out there, 130. Haircut and beard, 160. For house call, I charge $100 to go across the street if I have to. Just for me to leave here, I charge $100. Because if you're right there, why can't you come here?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta pay for my time. He's charging $400 out there in LA
For a house cut.
For a house call for him to go somewhere. I'm like, that is like, if you're getting paid like that, you're doing something right.
But like when you got people that are high influence, like maybe a rapper like Drake, stuff like that. You think he wants to leave his house to get a haircut?
No.
Why would
Probably
he?
not. Because he would rather sit at home, pay the money, get his haircut, rather than deal with all the people that are gonna be up his ass when he goes out. I mean, I'm not saying that, like, right now, me, you, all of us would think, how cool would it be to have someone recognize you from something? Like, I get happy when people say, "Oh, you're BigHot," or "Oh, you're BigHot. You make music." Someone that maybe I don't know, or someone that I see out. Like, that's cool. Do you ever have that? People are like, "Oh, you're Luke Pipala. You do the podcast."
Yeah.
Don't you love that,
Bro, it's something else.
I know.
It's crazy.
Because it's like people know me. Like I'm low key
Key,
famous.
like
Like,
starting to go up.
yeah.
Just a tad bit. But no, and I feel bad. Like, I don't know who it is sometimes.
Right?
Like, oh, thank you, bro. You know, dap them up, whatever.
Because it's like people you don't know are starting to support you, just showing the growth progression in what you're doing. Like I know we talked about before this, but like I monitor people around the area, their follower count, and not on just Instagram, but on all their social channels.
Yeah.
And have tracked where they're at. And there's some people around here that are doing it right and like getting things to go up.
Yeah.
And I know, like, you made your YouTube channel back in 2021. I know I was your first video guest, and you didn't really have any subscribers. You really didn't have many. And I'm seeing your channel now. It's at 795, I think, as of today. Mm-hmm. So, like, in, what is that, like a year and a half, pretty much?
Yeah.
A year and a half, pretty much, you have gotten 795 people to subscribe to your channel.
And like the only thing, like the shorts, I credit the shorts for like 99% of everything. I've only been pushing that for probably the last 9 months or so.
Yeah.
I never realized how much of a key tool, and not just for podcasts, but like for anything. You're doing vlogs,
game changer.
you're doing street interviews. I saw the street interview, like little thing you put on Snapchat. Bro, that shit could blow up on TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts.
I know.
Facebook.
And if you make it, Facebook's another good one that people don't think about. If you put your Reels on Facebook, my friend has Facebook. Stellar Ty. He makes dirt bike videos. So he actually has a creator account on there, and he can get, so when he gets certain amount of views, they pay you, and they pay you good on Facebook.
Really?
People can also donate directly with these things called stars to your Facebook Reels.
No shit.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. And those are how, like, and the thing is with Facebook, it's underrated because there's a group of people who use TikTok. A lot of people use TikTok,
Of
right?
course.
Young, old, medium aged. But on Facebook, if you can capture that like 40 plus demographic,
Mom.
yeah, moms and grandmothers and
My
stuff like
mom
that.
uses that.
Yeah, they will watch those reels for hours, bro. Because they don't want to go on TikTok.
Exactly.
They'll watch it on reels on
Yeah.
Facebook. Because they don't have Instagram, so they'll watch it on
It's
Facebook.
crazy. Like my mom, okay. She found this person that's like this gay dude who, like, I don't know, just talks about like events in the world, right? And I never would have thought it's called like Auntie something, whatever. It's a dude. But like I never would have thought that like my mom would, like, you know, find that and like go back to this person's like feed and stuff. But this person's just so entertaining, like, and my mom's like, I love, you know, this person's so funny. He's so funny. And like you never would have thought that these two people would have ever had like an interaction, more or less. Like she's following him now. You know what I mean?
Right.
I get scared though because, you know, I'm my family on Facebook.
Right?
But then they already know who I am, and like they've been around me in real life. So like, what's gonna be, you know, the harm of me saying, oh yeah, I suck dick for all this equipment, just put it on Facebook?
Right.
Like that's gonna be a little short. It'll be like a 5-second short.
There you go.
Yeah, man.
And then I know you use an AI to help you with your editing. And that is
Crack.
very, very helpful.
It is crack.
It has changed the game, and it has helped. So imagine those shorts, all those shorts you post that you've made and you've posted. Imagine how long that would have taken you to edit all of those individually, add the captions, add the words, add the
Fucking
timing.
hours.
I know.
Fucking hours. I used to be in the business class, one of the business classes with you. I forget because they all fucking loop. The whole class, I was making shorts.
Right.
The whole class. And it might have been, I used to record in like maybe like 3-minute, 4-minute increments. So I'd have a clip, I'd just like, I'd have it on my phone, and then I just edit it, put the auto captions in there. But then you got to go all the pictures too, the overlay too, because you want it to catch in the algorithm, right? If you're talking about somebody, but they don't really know, you don't really drop their name, like, what are you talking about? People don't know.
Yeah.
But you put it on Instagram, you have the overlay, and they're like, oh shit, they're talking about Scarlett Johansson, whatever, or so on, whatever topic you're talking about. But like with this, bro, it's great. Auto captions here. We're not gonna, I mean, I'll say it, I'll share the wealth, whatever.
Yeah.
It's called Opus Clip. You get a free 2-hour trial on the website. Just create free trials with all these Gmail accounts. Don't pay for that shit unless you really have to. But it's great, bro. You literally, you put a file in, or you put like a YouTube link in, and you can get however many clips from that. And, you know, give you like regular up and down iPhone or Android, you know, phone format. It'll give you captions, emojis with that too. It's perfect. It'll actually rank it on like you know, how viral it'll go, which that's kind of bullshit too, because the one that was like ranked the last for me, I just kept posting on YouTube about Taylor Swift, and it got me like 350 subscribers in a month. So I'm not really, that's kind of bullshit, but like AI is changing the game.
It is, and some people like it, some people don't. I'm all for it.
Me too.
As someone in tech, as someone in this space, I like it. I'm for AI. I think that you're gonna have to learn how to use it one way or another. In your industry, you're safe, bro. Your job's good. No robot's gonna be able to cut hair, so you're chill.
Bro, I swear to God, if a robot comes out and cuts fucking hair,
Bro, they're
I
solving.
might as well just fucking jump off a bridge at that point.
They're replacing doctors. ChatGPT is like solving like complex like medical problems.
It's interesting.
There was this one thing I heard on Joe Rogan where this guy went to the vet, whatever, for his dog, and guy said, no, dog has like a month to live or whatever. This is just paraphrase. I don't know if nothing's exact, but this is just the story.
Okay.
Dog had so and so amount of time to live. Guy gets a blood sample from the dog.
Okay.
somehow configures it into ChatGPT. ChatGPT said, "Oh, this, and this is wrong with the dog." Guy takes it back to the doctor. The doctor goes, "Wow, you're right. The dog lives today." Fucking nuts.
Could you imagine trusting a fucking AI with that though?
I
As your
did.
doctor?
Oh, I trusted it to write all my papers.
Dude,
I haven't fucking worked on
Yeah,
school.
but writing a paper and trusting with your life is two different
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
That is trusting with my life, in my opinion,
Okay,
bro.
here.
Okay,
Okay, papers to pass school, or if you have HIV or AIDS.
the dog was dying anyway, though. You know what I mean? The dog was dying anyway.
Right.
Last
Why not
resort.
try? Why not
yeah,
try? Why
yeah.
not
I
try?
mean, listen, they haven't cured AIDS, unless you look at Magic. Actually, haven't they cured AIDS?
So
They have a cure.
I think they have cured AIDS.
I have heard that they do have it cured. Did they even did they release it?
How about you just ask fucking ChatGPT?
That would no. It's only back. It's back to 2021 still, isn't it? I think it's 2 years dated.
You can live through anything if Magic made it.
Listen, ask ChatGPT or ask an AI. Be like, hey, how do I get rid of AIDS?
And it'll tell
It'll
you.
probably fucking tell you, dude.
It
I mean,
might.
it probably won't. It tells you how to make a fucking bomb. So
It will. It
What do
does. It lets you. The filters don't block that one.
you have to word it the right way, and it can tell you like how to fucking build a bomb.
Really?
Like at least your Snapchat AI.
So I tried the Snapchat AI. That's so weird.
I just say I can't say what I continue.
The Snapchat AI is weird.
I send it like dick pics, and it says we're not speaking right now.
Really?
Yeah, I'll be like, oh, they'll be like, feeling a little bit promiscuous tonight or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, and then I'll like call it a slur, and
You
they'll
think
be
there's
like,
a-
we're not what?
You think there's a real person behind it?
Oh, definitely.
There has to be.
Definitely,
think?
bro. Bro, think
Alright,
about that.
What are we asking ChatGPT?
Ask if you can get rid of AIDS.
There you go.
Ask how to get rid of AIDS.
How can you get rid of AIDS? Okay, so as of my last update in September 21, there's no cure for AIDS. However, it's important to note that significant progress has been made managing the condition and improving the quality of life of people living with HIV/AIDS. Okay, steps. Number one, you got prevention. The best way to get rid of AIDS is to prevent the transmission of HIV, the virus that causes AIDS. Practice safe sex by using condoms and consistently and correctly limit the number of sexual partners. So don't be a whore.
So it just tells you how to not get.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, basically. So it's like, test regularly. You got early detection and treatment, antiretroviral therapy, ART. I should just read ART. Regular medical care, a healthy lifestyle, pre-exposure prophylaxis, and then post-exposure. I'm not a doctor,
Let me
but I
see
can't
something.
read. You go. Oh shit! Hold on.
I gotta think of what the fucking thing was called.
It basically said don't be a whore. So, I mean, take that with a grain of salt. I personally feel insulted because
you-
I did suck dick for these mics.
You could have AIDS.
You could have gotten it.
No, you know what I say?
What do you say?
Just don't test.
Just don't know. You'd rather not know.
No, I'm just kidding. Full disclosure. Definitely test if you think you've got AIDS.
Yeah, for real.
We're getting our second strike.
You think?
No.
YouTube's gonna give you the second strike? That'd
We-
be bad because I heard that if you get a strike like that, they could prevent you from getting monetized. And isn't that your whole purpose? Like you want to get monetized?
No, it is, yes, but we're not going to get a strike.
Like real quick.
Yeah, it does prevent.
Like see how you can put like how to make mustard gas that don't tell you.
Yeah.
I type slow. Sorry.
Do I not mix?
That ain't right? Fuck it.
I said everything right there, right? I didn't say anything that gets you demonetized or...
No. But I just know that you can get demonetized. You can get like your whole channel gets demonetized.
You're in that now, right? Are you in the partnership program or not yet?
Yeah, so I am waiting for
They're fixed.
my watch hours.
Oh.
Did you meet yours yet?
No, I'm at 25% of that. I just got to 1,000.
Okay, so I'm a little bit further than that. Not a little bit, but I'm probably about 75% of my watch hours. So I get about 3,000 watch hours a year. I have a
got
couple
you.
normal videos that really did well.
Yeah.
But the 4,000, that's the hard part, right?
It's so hard.
At first, I thought it was the 1,000 subscribers that was going to be hard.
Me too.
And
then the shorts came out. Oh, bro, like fucking butter.
I know, like it's easy to get the 1,000, but they also have like you can also get 10 million shorts in 90 days, but that's harder. I think that's way harder.
Although, I mean, for some people that we know, you know, in particular, the dude that I talked about, that I had on here previously, bro posts of fucking maybe a 7-second short of him crashing his bike, gets like 3 million views in the first 24 hours. I check, it's got like 20 million views now.
And here's the thing with his clips. Some of his, I like what he's making, right? And I appreciate what he's making. Some of his are risky. That's what I will say.
What do you mean?
So like, when you go behind the checkout of a place, like you could technically get arrested for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I guess all the content creation stuff comes with a risk, and it just depends on how risky. He was arrested for that.
When he came on, he was talking about it. Bro was wanted by the cops for months.
Really?
He actually. Okay, so we're talking about Geo Chops. Bro, he outran the cops. So they're chasing him. He outran the cops. Didn't really pull out with his bike for the next couple months, whatever. And then he comes out. And they knew somehow some bro gets pulled over.
Is there a Liberty PD one?
I think so. Gets arrested.
So I got info behind that.
Yeah, tell.
You got it.
So we got actually a Liberty police call that comes in here once in a while.
Okay.
Turns out someone snitched on him.
No.
Someone snitched on him, and when he was out riding, they called it in, told him that was him. So as soon as they seen him, they pulled him over.
That's fucked up. That was a great episode. He's a really interesting dude.
That's a good callback then.
Yeah.
More for that.
Yeah.
That's one of my dudes too.
No, listen,
So,
Gio's a hell of a dude. He's a wild motherfucker, though, I will say that. But he blew up really quick. I remember I might have had like 300 subscribers at the time, maybe like 350, when he came on. And like he only had like maybe 100, if that. And then after that, bro, just blew up, and now he's got like 20 plus K on YouTube. So credit to him, man. Like literally the shit he does, it's not easy. The easy part is posting it, but like, dude's doing shit that if I did, I would die, 100%.
Yeah.
And so I don't know how that. I'm trying to figure out how the algorithm works. I know how to get shorts like for a couple thousand views.
Me too.
But after that, it's like I can't touch 1 million. I can't touch over like, I don't think I've ever touched on YouTube like over 25K on a short. It's hard.
I've seen your shorts, and like I said, I monitor some of them.
Yeah.
Like, they're performing well. I think that they're
appreciate
doing
it.
good. Here's what I would say. If you want to make it a little bit easier on yourself, I would recommend like a posting schedule. So like you can go online, and I recommend Metricool.
Okay.
So Metricool is like a website where you can, so when you go on Opus Clips tonight or tomorrow, whenever you finish our episode, sign up for Metricool, and then link all your socials accounts. So link your TikTok, Instagram, everything like that. And you can schedule the videos to come out at certain times at every day.
Huh.
So I have mine. I made a whole bunch of content this past week for this week, and I have it scheduled to release once every day but it'll release at the same time on all my platforms. So then to kind of alleviate some of the stress off you, especially if you're like at work, like you have your lawn care business. Let's say you wanted to post earlier in the day, or you have one to post here, you have one to post here, you have one to post here, because you have a lot of clips. You could schedule them and post a clip Monday at 11, Monday at 7, Tuesday at whenever, and you could just do that for all your clips, because then it'll automatically post it.
What I've been doing is I've just been like uploading them maybe like a day in advance and then scheduling it all.
Okay.
So like I used to have 2 pockets that I posted in. It was like 11:30 to like 2:30 morning to afternoon, and then it was like 6 to like 9:30. But then like the algorithm changed or something changed, so like that first pocket wasn't working, and I changed it up kind of, and now like the second pocket I had to shorten down. So usually on like a regular podcast week when I'm not banned, post around 5 to 6 shorts from like 7:45 to like 9:35.
You post that many at one time?
Yes.
In one crack?
Yes. And so sometimes it'll hit and they'll all get like over 1,000, sometimes even a couple thousand. Or what happened 2 nights ago when I did this is just it'll bomb. So hit or miss. And like it used to be that like I'd post it and then it'd kind of grow after like maybe 20-25 minutes. But then as the year has gone on, I'll post the shorts, and if they blow up, I don't really see them blow up until when I wake up.
That's a weird thing about YouTube. I always see that too. On my new channel and on my old one, I'll post a short, and it takes a minute before it gains any traction.
It's recent, only within the last couple months.
Yeah, like, because I used to post them, and they used to be like, okay, you see it within the first hour, you'll know if it's going to perform well.
Yeah.
But, like, more recently, I post it, I get, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 views, and then probably from people who are subscribing to me. And then, like, overnight or throughout the day, there's like one period where like the algorithm will pick it up and then just do really well with it.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is, but it happens.
Yeah. I don't know. I definitely feel like I've learned more about algorithms, definitely in the past year or so, just studying like the times, the frequency of how things going to blow up when posted at a specific time of the day. Or even like not on the hour, not on the half hour, but like just a random thing. Like, oh, I posted 9:34 or something like that. It really makes a difference. It's surprising too.
Yeah.
So, is there anything that you want to add real quick to that?
To the algorithm?
Yeah, just like talking about that subject.
So like being in, I'm in IT
Yeah.
as well at YSU, so I kind of know a little bit about the space of what algorithms are meant to do. And like they're like basically just like processes. So the way that, and the weird thing is that YouTube and TikTok, they all have different algorithms, and they always change their algorithms.
Always.
And that's the hard thing as a creator. It's almost like this is like a full-time job for me, because like I have to, for one, knowledge myself on what to, like what they are, what to do. I mean, for me, even it's on Spotify and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Because I like to make music and stuff like that. So it's like I have to knowledge myself on what to do for all that. I have to make the content, edit the content, plan out what we're gonna do, and then like actually post it. So it's tough as a creator. And I tell them, like, sometimes I'll be working. I have like my little office set up where I work on my computers, and I'll be working on my computer, and I'm just sitting there. And I feel bad. I don't feel bad, but like I tell my mom, I'm like, oh, I have to go work on something. She said, well, what are you working on? I was like, I'm editing a video. To me, it's like she doesn't view that as work. You know what I mean?
Well, it's natural.
That's that generation. They don't really think that what we are doing has any value or is of any work.
Well, I think it's just because maybe they don't understand it per se. Which I get. Gio was talking about something similar to this, where he was like, I could like advertise you guys. I could like put a sticker on my bike, whatever. Would you guys be able to like, drop the price a little bit for me? And like, it was like these 70, 80-year-old guys who were like running the shop. They didn't really get it, and they didn't want to. I think it's just with these older generations, they still don't really understand like the whole value that the internet has and stuff like that. And like, shit that we're doing, like you could really get paid from this, and they're starting maybe to kind of come around, but they don't really understand the full scope because they didn't grow up with it.
Right. I mean, specifically like my mom and like my parents, like I at least haven't made any money off this yet, right?
Yeah.
So I haven't made any money from the content creation, but I know the potential that there is in it, and if I keep putting things out, if I keep putting content out, I keep making things consistent, I'm doing the same things, I know where it can be if I make good content. But I feel like other people don't see the same vision that I have. There's only certain select few people that really are like, I mean, for example, you're doing this. People in this space know what I'm talking about. Like you can see the end game here. You know what I mean?
I'll say how much I've made. I made about $21 from making up in 3 years, right? It's nothing, but I see it in the little account from the streams. Like from YouTube, I've made nothing. From Twitter, I've made nothing. It's very new, but like I know what it could become.
What did you make your money on then?
Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Okay.
Just from like the ads and stuff like that, the streams on there.
Yeah.
but like, not a lot at all. I'm not trying to brag about any of that. I hope it's not perceived of.
And you've
as
put
that.
more into it
Yeah.
than you have gotten out of it so far.
Oh, of course.
You're taking a risk on your time. You're taking a risk on your money to do this. Like, for myself, I know how much I had to buy a camera, I had to buy this, I had to buy that, and this stuff starts to add up, and you're like, when am I ever going to see the return?
Yeah, but it's really, I think, I'll always think back to that, it's that picture of, there's a man who, he's mining for gold, and he's mining horizontally, and, he's right there, maybe a couple feet away from all the gold, and he just gives up, and his head's down, he's walking the other way. That's what I always think about, bro, and plus, I have such a fun time doing this. I love working and editing, making the shorts, making the clips. Comedy is something I'm passionate about. Podcasting is something that I love. I've always wanted to entertain people. Like, I've been like an extra in shows and shit like that. So I've always wanted to do this stuff since I was really young. And so why not? We only live once, I think. I'm pretty sure we only live once. Why not go after your dream,
That's exactly where I'm at right now. I'm gonna graduate. Did you graduate yet?
One more semester.
Okay, same with me.
I'll see your graduation.
Yep, we'll see your graduation. We're gonna be graduating at the same time.
Yeah.
So one thing that I don't even know what I want to do after this, right? I have my business, my side business that I do entertainment. You have yours.
I mean, I saw what you make. I was at the Shark Tank thing.
Right.
You make a decent amount.
Right. We make a decent amount. I'm sure you do as well. So that's how we kind of are able to do this right now.
Yeah.
Because we don't have to we make our own schedules. But
it's awesome.
Yeah, it is. And that's the thing. Wouldn't you want to do this? Like, imagine you next year, let's just say you next year have like rappers, NBA stars come chill on your podcast, and you have enough, you're making money from this that you have enough to like pay people to be on your podcast.
Look at that chick,
Bobby,
a really good podcast, bro. How do you? Okay, I personally think this woman is an industry plant.
I was just about to say,
because there is no way on your 4th episode that you have Drake, and then your 5th episode you have Lil Yachty.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I've been thinking this ever since because I look back, I was like, okay, where did this girl spawn from? And like, okay, she has her first podcast episode, maybe 100K, second podcast episode, maybe 200K.
How do you get 100K on your first episode, though? That's another thing. On your first episode?
And I looked, no shorts.
She started on TikTok, though. I don't know how you carry that amount of weight, though. To get Drake on the podcast?
How?
How do you just call up Drake and say, yo, come do a podcast? Or, you know what? It was in his house.
Yeah, do me one better. Do it in a bed.
It was his bed.
I don't understand.
It was literally his house.
I don't get it.
She goes to them. Like, that was in Lil Yachty's house and Drake's house. Like, that's crazy.
I mean, I'm not trying to hate. Full disclosure here. I'm not trying to hate. But I think she might be an industry plant. But sidebar, not the point. Despite that, you never know, like, when it's going to be when you're going to hit the gold mine. And that's the thing about comedy, too. A lot of comedians are doing stand-up. A lot of open mics all the time, eating shit for a long time, and then maybe you get recognized. You're like Matt Rife, for example. You do stand up for a little bit. Actually, he's been doing it since he was 13, right?
Yeah, young.
So Matt Rife is like 27 now. So he was doing it for a long period of time, and then he got on Wilding Out, and then that kind of pushed him. And then obviously now huge on TikTok. He's selling out all the time. You know what I mean? So you could have something like that.
I got a hot take about Matt Rife here.
Go ahead.
I know you guys talked about him last time. And I know you guys kind of mentioned.
Crazy hot take.
I know you had a crazy hot take. I think that he's funny. He's a comedian. I'm not going to hate any of the comedians, but I think that his attractiveness takes him a long way.
He's even said that. He said 80% of the people that are come to his shows are girls, and 20% of the guys that brought their girlfriends. But like by the end, the 20% that didn't want to be there, like, love it, and the 80% that are there, like,
A lot of girls just like to look at him.
Yeah.
Which is okay, you know what I mean? I mean, I'm not going to fault... I mean, he's not a bad-looking dude, but
See, I think his crowd work helps him out too, because he's always saying shit to the crowd.
That's what
true.
that's what my girlfriend said. Yeah, she went to see him with two of her friends, and she said, yeah, most of it was crowd work, and
I heard
that's
that
good.
he does that.
Yeah, like
It's good.
Like that's like comedy now. Like, yeah, people want to hear the jokes and shit. People want to hear you tell a story that's funny and all that. But like, dude, if you can interact with the crowd and like get them to like join in, dude, you go from like here to there.
But then here's the thing: I feel like you're a slave to like your art, if that makes sense. Because like, if people show up for, oh, you know, he's gonna interact with me, whatever.
And you don't.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But like, comedy could be different things. Crowd work is like a subset of stand-up comedy, right? Just like podcasting could be like a subset of stand-up comedy. But I feel like there's nothing like a good half an hour routine, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
bits that have been developed over and over and over again for however many times or however many years, you know?
I mean, I think part of it, that what makes him popular with the crowd work specifically, is just the inclusivity behind it. Like, for him, he gets people there because, for one, they might think they might get, you know, picked on at the at the show, or they are happy to be included and feel like they're part of this thing. I mean, you would even know from running a podcast. And I've seen your videos. The more people you have on the video, the more views, because usually because people are like, oh, look at my friends.
Yeah.
Like, my friend did this. Like, look at this. Check out what my friends did. And,
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, like, obviously, you want people who have followings themselves, so then they can promote you too. But you want, like, you want to create a sense of community. So if you
Yeah.
can make people feel like connected in a certain way, that's a really good way to go about doing something like that. Especially in comedy. Like, if you make
Yeah.
people like, oh, like, this guy's funny because he's like making fun of me, but like he's like doing it in a fun way,
Yeah.
and like I'm enjoying this. I'm invested. You know what I mean?
See, I think like another comedian that's funny as fuck right now is Michael Blaustein.
Michael Blaustein.
He's.
look
You
that
ever
up.
seen the Dirty Socks podcast with Trevor?
Lawrence?
Wallace.
Wallace.
Trevor Wallace.
I saw him.
Yeah.
Alright, so you know the dude that's
Oh.
with him.
You did, yeah. I remember that video.
So there's like a dude that's with him on the podcast at least, or like with most of his stuff. Like it's like a shorter dude, black hair. I think it's bleached now.
Okay.
But this dude, like, if you watch his TikToks, he does nothing but crowd work. Funny as fuck. I got him over Matt. Like,
Really?
with, like, at least, like, comedy-wise. Because he's, like, he fucks with the crowd more. But, like, he does not give a fuck. Like, Matt, like, there's sometimes, like, you can tell he watches what he's saying.
Yeah.
This dude does not give a fuck. Like, he will go straight for your fucking neck. Has no, like... He, like, after he says this, he's like this. He's like, fuck, improv. Like, right away, he's like, improv. I'm just like, yeah, you might fuck yourself there, bud, but you did it.
Yeah.
I got to see Trevor Wallace though, but I'm gonna have to look that up. What was his name again?
Michael Blaustein.
Michael Blaustein. I'm gonna look that up.
How was that seeing Trevor Wallace? Because I remember first time I saw him, it was early in the pandemic. He started to blow up on TikTok.
You saw him live too?
No. Like on TikTok and stuff like that.
Okay, I'm gonna look him up.
The first time like I heard of him before, it was on TikTok, and over time you see more of the bits, and then all of a sudden he became the superstar in like a year. It's like, how was that? How was his stand-up compared to like the skits?
Okay, that's a good one. So I was front row for that.
Really?
It was cool. It was the Laugh Factory.
It was you and your girlfriend, right?
Yeah, in Hollywood. We went because we were like, we're in Hollywood. Let's go to a comedy show. I like to laugh. I think it's a fun time.
Yeah.
So we got there. They were like, we have 2 front row seats open available. No one wants to sit in the front because they're afraid. So do you want to go in there? I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'll go in the front.
Why not? Yeah.
I was like, why not? I'm not afraid. So we went to the front. Trevor Wallace wasn't even the headliner. They had somebody else as the headliner that wasn't him. He was like second to last. So like the last opener.
Yeah.
And he went up there and he did his stand up. He didn't do a lot of crowd work. That's one thing I'll say. He didn't really call out the crowd as much as some of these other guys do on TikTok, but he did his bit. I've also seen him prior to. That's one of the reasons we wanted to go there, because we saw he was going to be there. I've also seen him on TikTok and stuff like that. So I kind of knew who he was and getting into it. I'd say he's better at the skits because he plans them out better. I mean, I give credit to anyone who can get up on the stage anywhere and do whatever their talent is, comedy, rap, sing, anything. Because you have to have some type of, like, you have to, like, really want to do that.
Yeah.
It's like some people have a lot, like, stage fright.
Of course.
You know, anybody gets nervous before they get on a stage in front of a lot of people. But, like, I give credit to him. I thought he was good. He was funny. I wouldn't put him as the funniest one I saw that night. But I think that his content is good. I think, here's what I would say for Trevor Wallace. He would be better as an actor.
Huh. Like a comedic actor.
Do you know, I think I put him in the same realm as King Bach. You remember him? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He blew up on Vine. He was huge. He did a lot of stuff through Vine and then eventually got into the acting space.
Or like Aquafina.
Yeah, her too. So, like, they blew up and then they went into the acting space. I think he would fit as, like, maybe not the main character in a movie, but
like,
definitely like a good character in a movie he could be.
Or like a side character in like the show You, for example.
Right.
Like that.
Okay, yeah.
I think
like
that would work, yeah.
Speaking of watching things, I got a little thing here. Have you seen Barbie?
No.
No.
I haven't.
I've seen Barbie.
What do you think about people that are like attacking it for being like anti-man?
So, here's what I will say about that. I've seen comments on both sides. I watched the movie I watched the movie opening day without any regard one side or the other. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't even know what the plot was. I was just excited because, you know, Barbie's like, this is a good movie. My girlfriend wanted to see it.
Yeah.
I was actually excited to see it. I thought it would be good. The first thing I will say is Ryan Gosling looked a lot like Jake Paul. When you see it and you see him in the big robe, tell me he doesn't look like Jake Paul. He does.
I saw the meme on Twitter or X.
Yeah. Change that around. But for it being anti-man, I will say that they did have a lot of innuendos about, you know, this is a man's world, this and that, how it's hard to be a girl. And I think if you're like looking at it, if you're trying to find a problem with it, you can find your problems with it because it does show a lot of like, it's very pro-woman, right?
I mean, it's Barbie.
It is Barbie, right? It is Barbie. You know what you're getting yourself into. You're going to Barbie.
Yeah.
It's very pro-woman. I don't know if I'd say it's anti-man. I liked the movie, and I think it's going to be the movie of the year because the part that I liked, aside from all the politics, is that it really showed the human experience. So it really got to show what it is like to be a human, like, because Barbie, they're in this Barbie world, this fake plastic place, and everyone's nice, and everyone's this, and they don't have any bad thoughts, they don't have any, you know, crime, and then they go to the real world, and they have to experience what it's like to be real, and like, people are rude to you, or like, people harass you, or do this, or do that, and not everything is all like sunshine and rainbows, and it really showed the aging process. That like Barbie got met up with an old woman. Like, people actually get old. Because in Barbie Land, they don't get old.
Right.
So really get to show the human experience and talk about, like, you know, it's okay to be real. Like, things are going to happen. Like, there is no perfect life. There's no perfect life. There is no Barbie Land.
My cousin and my brother, they both pirated the movie and they watched it together at our house. And she came away from it and my cousin was like, yeah, it just really made me think. Yeah. I was like, were you like stoned? I mean, she doesn't smoke weed at all. It was just funny. But she's like, no, like, I really thought, like, it really made me think. She was like so serious about it. But I mean, after hearing you say that, yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, it does have, like, people, if you want to think about it as anti-man, you can definitely make that case. I can see where people are coming from.
Like, people they could pinpoint anything.
Right.
You could twist anything around nowadays to make it like fit your narrative.
It just depends on how you're going to look at it, right? I'm looking at it through like a a blank lens, thinking like let's put aside both sides. Like I understand people can think about where the guys are maybe a little upset, but it's like look at it for what they're trying to be. I mean, if these are all just characters in a movie, it's trying to show you like the human experience, what it's like to be a person. It's hard to. They're trying to say it's really hard to be a girl. That's okay. But it's also hard. They also said it's hard to be a guy. Like it's hard to be perfect.
But it's literally marketed towards girls. At the end of the day, like Barbies are marketed towards girls. You know, I played with Barbies, but I'm not gonna lie. Like most of the time when I played with the Barbies, I was taking their clothes off, you know, and looking, you know, for the nipple, and I couldn't find it.
There was none.
Wait, was that represented in the film? Because I know, you know,
they did say something about you know, I'd love to see. They specifically said, well, I'd love to see what's under his plastic. Like, I would love to see what's under his pants, his plastic chunk or something. I'll show you.
I wasn't really looking for Ken, but for Barbie, Barbie doesn't have anything there, which was quite disappointing as a 5-year-old. But, you know, I just thought it was funny how they, like, because I did see when they were watching it at my house, Barbie kind of like floated down from the dream house because, you know, you just like if you're playing with the Barbie, whatever. I just wondered if that was like represented in the film.
Did you hear about the doll that they made at one point? You might like this one. They called it the Skipper Barbie.
What?
The Barbie it was Barbie's sister, and her name was Skipper, and you could like do something and it would blow up the boobs. It would make them bigger. Did you know that?
Luke, you gotta look it up right the fuck now. We're gonna get
you could like make them grow. I'm serious. Wow. And they talk about it in the movie. They talk about like how like the company admits all its mistakes it's made. Like, oh, we had this Barbie, and there was another boy Barbie called Sugar Daddy.
Oh my!
Did you know about that one?
No.
Okay, well these are all things. So the company like openly admits the mistakes that they made along the way. Like, yeah, we made, you know. We had the Skipper Barbie, which didn't really work out, and then they showed like this actress that her like boobs like popped out because it showed like they were blowing up, like the Skipper. Like that's what the Barbie was supposed to do. So it just like they talked about all that, and they kind of showed some of the dolls that were kind of like failures. And they had people
buy a Skipper Barbie.
Skipper Barbie.
Yeah, he's gonna buy one.
You should buy a Skipper.
No.
You're a liar. You're gonna buy one.
No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get in trouble. What? How many? Oh shit! We've been going for an hour 41. Is that crazy?
That's crazy.
Fuck.
All right.
How long do you usually last?
Around this time, around hour 41, 2 hours.
All right.
Hopefully the camera doesn't cut off. We'll see. Real quick, we're gonna cut it off right now.
Gotcha.
Where can everybody find you? Every platform.
So again, I'm BigHot. You can find me on YouTube under BigHot. I also have another channel called The Hots. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, everything. You can find me at BigHot, BIGHOT, all one word. Look me up, subscribe. You know, subscribe to Luke Pipala Show. He's trying to build something here. We're trying to build something.
Before they remove us.
Check out clips here at Look Good Feel Good. He's always taking new clientele.
Come through
right? On
TikTok as well. Check him
out.
We're all trying to build something here, so we appreciate the support from everyone and anyone that is willing to give it. So thank you for tuning in. We really like that. We really appreciate it. I appreciate you having me on again.
Of course, bro. It's been too long, to be honest with you.
It's been a while. I was thinking in my head, you know what? I kind of want to get back on. So I'm glad you asked me that one day, so we could finally make it work and make it happen. And you know, I'm hoping there'll be a next one in the future when we have some updates with some new things, and maybe we have a lot more followers and a lot more subscribers.
I mean, it's coming.
It's coming, right? Because look where we started.
Yeah.
And now where we're at now, and things only have the way up.
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. I'm gonna go home and play with Barbies. We'll see ya.
We'll see ya.